What's up, you knuckleheads? It's Josh, and we are back with another 3-minute guide. Today we are breaking down the Star Guardian comp.
Is Sparkle Sprinkles drugs?
I don't remember. I don't think so.
I spoke about it briefly during the latest 12.23b tier list, but let's go a little bit more in depth into the different variants of the Star Guardian comp and how it can net you some easy LP. So the Star Guardian trait is pretty simple. When Star Guardians gain mana, they gain more, meaning that they have additional mana regen. Naturally, this means that Star Guardians lend themselves to being more spell-based than auto-attack based, but there are actually a lot of Star Guardians that can make use of this trait. The most prominent carries of the Star Guardians right now are Taliyah, Yuumi, and Kai'Sa. However, units like Lux, Syndra, and Echo can make use of this trait as well. There's no real trick for Star Guardians to maximizing its effectiveness. It's really all about basic positioning and item management. Once you know which carry you're going to go for, make sure you're itemizing properly. Most importantly, make sure you have a manum item on your number one carry. Now, my rule of thumb is generally that if a unit's total mana pool is under 80, you should go for blue buff over Spirit Shojin. If it's 80 or over, I would go for Shojin more often. And try and make sure you have at least one item in there that also gives them attack speed. For blue buff, you don't really need that because you're getting a lot of mana up front. In addition to that, it's probably going to be whatever AP item works best with them or is strongest, so something like Jeweled Gauntlet, Morellonomicon, Rabadon's Death Cap. Those are going to be options for your AP carries. If you're going for something like a Kai'Sa, she might be a little bit more attack speed based, so something like Guinsoo's or Static Shiv is going to be more her speed. As far as positioning goes, there's really two options you have for the front line. The first and the most common that you see on the comp up on the screen is the Aegis front line. This one is so common because it fits in very well with the Echo in your Star Guardian comp. You can just add in a Leona and an Alistar, maybe even throw in a Vi if you're feeling a little bit spicy, and that will give you a sufficient front line that will also grant some additional defenses to your entire team. The other option you can go for in terms of front line is this Brawler Defender sort of hybrid comp that you have here. This is a little bit of a tweener comp, which is why it's less common than the straight up Aegis, but it grants your entire team armor instead of magic resist, and Brawlers can also be an extremely solid front line if you've given them good items, and those extra resistances are especially going to help them out. In general, you want to position those tanks out in front of your carry. In this case, it's going to be Taliyah, but it can be, like I said, Syndra or Lux or Yuumi or whoever. It is important to consider whether you should spread or clump your backline. You should spread them out if you're facing a team that has a lot of AoE on the other side, so for instance, something like an enemy with a Misfortune. But if you're facing an enemy that has a lot of single target damage, something like a Zoe or even a Samira, in that case it's fine to clump them up and give them more protection because you're not risking getting hit by the enemy's big ability. But there you go, that's Star Guardians in less than 3 minutes. Give this a try, see how it fares in your games, and if you're able to climb, let me know in the comments. Take it easy, knuckleheads. Peace.